our mission here, to study the manufacture of monsters who will destroy mankind.
And Mingus sat down at the piano.
Shit changed, I'm mind fucking they brain. It used to feel normal, now this shit feel insane. Moving different, maneuvering on some new terrain. Longevity, they telling me how far I came. Barely know the half, really only know my name. From time to time, BMF like Lil Zane. Inspired by the skate culture like I'm Lil Wayne. Went from wearing diamond clothes to wearing diamond chains. Went from drinking Mountain Dew to skiing down the mountain range. They think I'm the same, not knowing I changed. Whole time fascinated, cruising lovers lane. Board the plane by myself on some private shit. How the fuck you mad cause you don't recognize what time it is? Lost to the world, but I'm really out here finding shit. Spend a lot of time in the A, them niggas lining shit. Talking curves, then I'm in the front, not behind the shit. Yo.
Listening to PowerPlugRadio, home of your throwback jams.
Yo, we back live in the building, fresh off another week, another episode of Night and Day with MK. We live from Urban Drinkery, St. Pete, Florida. Another edition, man. Feels good to be here. Feels good to finally have this guest on the show tonight. Feels good to, definitely be sitting next to this brother, living legend. Definitely, been trying to get him on the show for a minute, but timing is everything. So, Maurice Spates, met you a long time ago playing Little League Baseball for the Atlanta Braves at Wildwood. That was my first year playing. I don't know if you had been out there before that.
That was my second
year. Yeah, man, that was a beautiful time, man. I was in the 8th grade, met a lot of different cats, man, including you. Beautiful year playing ball, good learning experience. Since then, didn't really have a connection with you after that baseball season. Went different ways with school, high school, but definitely always watched, your progress. Definitely, respect the, route that you took and the place that you ended up at, man. Definitely take my hat off to that. So, blessing, honored to have you on the show, man. Welcome to the show, Maurice Spates, man.
Appreciate it, man. I'm excited to get on the show, man. Always got to support.
Yes,
local.
sir.
You know what I mean? God's trying to do the right thing and business trying to do the right thing. Always got to support.
Most definitely, bro. So, speaking of support, man, we're going to get into the support that you've been doing, in the community. Later in the show, it's a lot to unpack there because, you've been giving back for so long and you just unveiled a new initiative that you're doing with the Space Academy. So, we definitely want to touch base on that as well, man. I know it's going to be, a good conversation. A lot of, interactions on Facebook over the past few weeks, a month, man. Just in terms of sports talk, a lot of people, are very opinionated when it comes to sports. Sports Center is a show that's been on for the longest, and those commentators, their job is talking about athletes. Like, that's all they do. That's all they're paid to do. So, being in that position as an athlete, we definitely want to get into, how was that, dealing with, all the, naysayers, the, words that you might have heard, the negative, everything that comes with, being in that position and being able to, weather the storms that come from being in that position because, you were in the league for, a very long time. How many years was it? 10 years. 10 years. So, I mean, that in itself is a, beautiful thing. And a lot of people don't make it that far. So I definitely want to get into, what you've been doing for the community, the team that you have, the success of that team, the position that you're putting these young guys in. Definitely want to unpack all of that, man. But I know going to get into, a lot tonight, but definitely want to just, start off with right now. Your main focus is the kids. Just from outside looking in, your main focus right now is the kids. So just talk about life after basketball, just because it's current, present right now?
Nah, you nailed it right on the head. I'm really just trying to. Like, I stopped playing a couple years ago. My last 2 years is in China. I was over there for 2 years. Then I came back and decided to start the Space Academy, but I've been having AAU for the last 6 summers. So my biggest thing is about impacting the community, because growing up, basketball wasn't big in our community. We're from St. Pete, so it's all about football and baseball, but basketball was never big here. So for me, I just want to be able to have a product in this city that people could come put their hands on and be like, damn, I could go there and go to college. Because, it's hard to go to college out of this city, man. Because, like you said before, it's a lot of people talk and sometimes people listen to it. So you gotta learn how to block that kind of stuff out. You gotta learn how to grind by yourself when nobody's watching. And that's the thing I teach these kids, man. Just grind. You gotta grind no matter what, because all our parents sacrifice so much. No matter if you're in a rich family or a poor family, our parents sacrifice. So me with the Space Academy now is really touching to me, because I'm not playing basketball no more, but now I could put my hands on. I'm the coach now. I could, it's all my stuff now. Instead of me running up in court, getting sore, getting hurt all the time. It's really about you putting your handprints on the younger generation just to get in the game what you got.
It's a different sense of accomplishment.
For sure, 100%.
Most definitely. So, coming out of high school, man, you went to Gibbs High School. Prior to going to high school, was there any other schools you were interested in, or did you just automatically know you wanted to go to Gibbs?
Yeah, because I'm from Charles Park area, 34th. 34th side. So I ain't really know nothing else about any kind of schools. I just knew like all the schools in my neighborhood. We go to Tyrone. After Tyrone, we go to Gibbs. So I don't think I would never felt comfortable going somewhere else, because I would never know people.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So pretty much going to Gibbs, 9th grade, did you play, because you played football too?
Football and baseball in 9th grade.
9th grade, you played only football and baseball. Right. Okay. So pretty much during that season, like, how was your first year in high school sports?
It's a difference. It's an adjustment for sure, because like you said, we was playing baseball and we was like really good at it. We was really good at baseball. Then going to high school, it's basically all the baseball players is white. Not trying to be racist at all.
Bro, because to your point, bro, when we was on that team, I feel like I had a great. I feel like I did good when we played the teams that was at Wildwood. But when we started playing them white teams, I struck out every time. And that carried on to high school, bro.
But like you said, bro, it was your first year. You trying to get to know a whole different group. You know what I mean? Because you always, for me, like I told you before the podcast, I was like, man, Mike talk. But after that season, like, every time I used to see you different places, we always speak, because, playing Little League baseball.
I'm saying mutual respect, you can't forget that, bro. That was once you teammates, I'm saying, like, family after that. So, definitely don't forget that. But yeah, man, you played football and then baseball. So talk about the transition from those two sports over into basketball.
So baseball was my first sport I ever played, and I always played Little League football for St. Pete. But I think after my 9th grade year, I started getting taller quick. So Coach Murph just reached out to me, saw me on the football field, like, Mo, man, you gotta try for basketball. Think about it, it's my sophomore year. I never played basketball before. Only basketball I played is street basketball.
So sophomore year,
that was my first time.
I think that was my second time seeing you in a minute, because we was on JV. We played Gibbs. You feel me? You was number 2. You feel me? Tallest cat out there. So I said, damn, that's Space. That nigga taller. You feel me? I'm like, damn. So all in all, that's crazy, but I had no clue that it was no real basketball at that time. So after that season, you got the call from your coach, and you said, I'm finna just put the focus on the hoop.
So I played football my second year.
Okay.
I played football, but I was like, I wasn't really in it. I was like, I had my mind set up. I'm about to hoop, to try the basketball thing, because I never really used to like it. I only played street ball, like I said. So when I got the opportunity to play it, I fell in love with it early, quick. Think about it. A lot of these guys around here, we talk about we argue about, been playing basketball since they was 4 or 5 years old.
Facts.
So a lot of people get caught up on, damn, Space wasn't that good growing up playing different sports. How do you just take off like that? You know what I mean? A lot of people.
And to your point, now they can't even say that good because you weren't even really playing.
Yeah.
You weren't even really playing, so they didn't really have too much to go by. I think what really caught people the most was just the fact that you made it to where you made it at, and they didn't have nothing to base it on for real.
Right.
Because unless you was at them games, you ain't see. And unless you was, that fly on the wall when you was grinding when nobody was looking, you ain't see it. So just in terms of being humans, people judge. You feel me? And the first thing they think is how. And when they don't understand how, they go to coming up with shit in their head.
100%.
So
and it
I
was
feel
so
like
quick,
that would happen.
though, like so quick. Like, think about it. I played basketball my sophomore year.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years later, I'm getting drafted. So that kind of touched a lot of people. Like a question you asked me on Facebook the other week.
Yeah.
You say, Mo, who the best ever come to St. Pete?
Right.
You want a reaction, probably wanted me to be like myself. Now, I'm not saying that because I wasn't the best come out here.
Right.
But if you ask me who the best ever did anything from St. Pete in the sports, I'm gonna say myself because ain't nobody did it.
Right. You gotta stand on that.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody.
Yeah, you gotta stand on that.
If a person go in there and say who made it to the NBA out of St. Pete, it's only one person. Who won a championship in college? It's only one person.
Because during that conversation, like you said, with that question, a few other names that was mentioned, to your same point, you know that you weren't the best coming out. The names that were mentioned, Bill Till,
Yep.
Marcus Morrison,
Yep.
a couple other people, but just in your opinion, you know what I'm saying, who did you say was the best coming out?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like me, like I said, I'm growing up. I ain't really paying attention to high school.
Right.
But you hear the Bill Tills, you hear the Marcus Morrisons, you hear those kind of guys.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So for me, I hear that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, I was in the business and business. I'm focused on me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm okay. Like, I don't have no ego. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you who the best ever came out here, in my opinion.
I think that's just more so what people want. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
honesty, knowing that yes, you made it that far, but you know what I'm saying. Do you still give credit to the people that didn't?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Do you still, give them their flowers? You know what I'm saying? Even though they didn't make it that far, but they still, had the impact they had. You know what I'm saying, during their time period. So I think that's more so what it was about. Just you know what I'm saying. You really, you know what I'm saying, giving others them flowers.
For sure, because at the end of the day, bro, I started playing late, and I locked in. I never cared about what nobody said. I locked in. Came from the hood. I had so many dope boys, so many guys who were around me. Always said, keep going, keep going, keep going. So making it to that level, you got to be able to block a lot of stuff out.
Right.
Us from St. Pete, we all hear negative.
Right.
We all hear people want to give you money because you're doing certain things.
Right.
You don't need none of that.
Facts.
Grind out here. You see what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like upset that it haven't been nobody else. I made that post the other day on Facebook. Like, nobody else ain't made it to the league. We got so much talent. We got so many people. What is it?
The only two names was it somebody named Speedy something?
Yeah, Kenny Smith. Yeah.
Kenny Smith.
Yeah, he overseas.
Went overseas, and then the most recent Quincy Ford. What about
Barry Brown?
Barry Brown
making a good career overseas. Like all those guys going overseas,
but to your point of making it in the league, at the end of the day, because I play a lot of video games, 2K. Right. So basically, your definition of making it in the league is getting on a team and staying on that team.
Yeah, staying. You gotta stay. You gotta
stay.
You know what I mean? You gotta stay. At least a season.
Because at the end of the day, it's only how many people on the roster?
15, 16.
15, 16.
And think about it. You got a 60-person draft every year, and every year it's 200,000 kids trying to go drafted.
So that means you got to constantly work because your job on the line every day.
Every day. You got these young killers coming in here. You see what I'm saying? So when you get to that league, you got to learn how to stay. Go in that league and just coming out after a year or two just to say you went to the league, that ain't going to get you nowhere.
So that don't count.
No, it counts. It counts. You get a little benefits.
Yeah.
But the benefits ain't different when you get over 5 years.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. That makes sense.
When it comes down to like that small details like that, like I'm so surprised because we had a Mike Morrison. We got all these kind of guys. It's just something that.
What do you get? Yeah, because you mentioned Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out Live 21. Went to George Mason. Good successful career overseas. But what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Might have been in terms of why he didn't go to the actual NBA.
It's hard, bro.
Hard to
real.
say.
You gotta be hard.
You feel like the agents make a difference?
I think a little bit. I think that have to do with who all you know. Just in life in general, bro. Who all you know could get you certain kind of places.
That's crazy, bro. And then we didn't even get to, the college you chose, because after Gibbs, you didn't just stay at Gibbs.
Farragut.
You went to Farragut, bro. Talk about how that even came about.
The reason, like I keep saying, bro, I'm from that side of the neighborhood,
right?
Charles Park side of the town.
Right.
We don't really know anything about college. We don't know what we got to do to go to college. None of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started getting hip to the game that I need core classes to go to college, first I'm like, what is a core class? You see what I'm saying? Then I started talking to my people who in the basketball world was like, yeah, you need core class. That's a class you need to go to college.
Yeah.
So I started talking to T-Mac.
Right. You know what I mean? Because he left Lakewood and came there too.
Yeah, so he was there year before me. So said, T-Mac, what's up with Farragut? I'm just joking with him. We're on an AU trip. What's up with Farragut? Boom, boom. Oh, it's cool out there, military school, boom. But the reason I left Gibbs, I didn't want to leave because that's my neighborhood school. I'm walking school every day because I needed 12 more core classes or 10 more core classes. I only had 4.
Yeah.
And they ain't, in the public school, they ain't really want to tell me because they just happy for what you're doing, playing basketball, playing football.
Exactly, yeah.
So I made the decision like, I got to get this done. So when I went to Farragut, I reclassed. I was a junior again. You see what I'm saying? So that was another sacrifice that at the time I was like, man, no, I ain't staying back. We stupid. We young.
Yeah.
Man, when you stay back in the day, you stay back.
Right.
Nah, you stay back, you stupid. Nah. So at the time I was like, bro, I can't do it again. I can't do it junior year again. Someone told me, just do it. I honestly, 100%, I never thought it would get me to where I am.
That's crazy, bro. So at the end of the day, you could have stayed at Gibbs and
results would have been different.
So how did you know about Farragut? Like, did somebody...
T-Mac.
That is right. Damn.
But look, after I left Farragut, I went to Hargrave Military Academy.
That's what I was going to talk about, too. I feel like that next step after Farragut kind of low-key inspiring your academy.
Yep.
Because it's a development program that, you know what I'm saying,
Same.
get you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you really is giving back because it's the same thing you went through. So you pretty much created the same program for the other kids to go through.
And the way you just piggyback on that,
yeah,
you think about life. A lot of people want to tell you stuff that they never did, but expect you to understand what they saying. Like you said, I did it. I went to post-grad. I went to a Hargrave Military Academy. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, put uniform on, be in formation by 6:15. Boot shine, tuck shirt tucked in.
So aside from that, bro, because at the end of the day, you went to Farragut to play basketball.
Yep.
But going to Farragut didn't just mean basketball; it meant military.
Yep, military.
So did it teach you something that Gibbs ain't teach you?
Discipline, man.
So that really laid a solid foundation for you.
I think the biggest jump when I got to Hargrave, first time ever really been away from the state, living in a dorm with another dude.
Yeah.
In a boot camp, basically.
Right.
I mean, make your bed up, no phones. They give you a laptop, all proxies on it, no social media, no YouTube, none of that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of people don't really know about that part because I don't post about my personal life. I was supposed to trying to inspire these kids.
Yeah, bro, you went 10 years pretty clean, bro.
Right.
Very clean, you know what I'm saying? Low-key, discreet,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Off the radar.
Just come back home and just have a good time.
Exactly, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely take my hat off to that, too, because a lot of people wouldn't have handled the success, you know what I'm saying, the way that you handled it. But I just feel like that foundation that was laid in the military schools really, you know what I'm saying, taught you something, bro, and you stuck with it. So that shit crazy when you look back and think about it, bro, because you look at people and like, dang, you know what I'm saying, nigga in the league, but people might have expected you to do more shit than you did with the success that you had. But that would have, them expectations would have came from just somebody striking rich one day, not having no foundation. But somebody with that solid foundation, they ain't gonna move the same way. And you know what I'm saying, you definitely been moving different, bro. So
and that, that goes on with life. Anything a person doing in life. You see what I'm saying? You set that foundation, you get that discipline at an early age when it's uncomfortable for you. You go into an uncomfortable situation, you don't get the best out of yourself. You go around a bunch of people you don't know, you don't get the best out of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So when stuff is familiar for me, it's easy. I'm gonna walk through it, I'm gonna run through it. Even though if you don't like what I'm doing, I'm gonna do it because I know it's gonna impact and it's gonna change my life forever, change my family life forever. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was big on. Like even going to Hargrave, it was tough, man. It was really tough. Like I'm from St. Pete, bro. I never seen
where Hargrave at?
Challen, Virginia.
What the hell?
I never seen snow before I got there. First time seeing snow, I ran out of class and got in trouble.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So, damn. 18 years old when you was out there?
17. I was turning 18. Yep.
So pretty much after Hargrave, did you have options of what schools to pick?
Yeah. So I had over 50 offers.
50 offers. So pretty much at Hargrave for a year?
Yep. But when I got to Hargrave, I was already committed to Florida.
Already.
I committed to Florida when I was at Farragut.
Farragut coming out of high school. Okay, that makes sense. So then that's pretty much like a high school G League. You went to a development school.
It's called postgrad, just like my academy.
Yeah.
So now, like, these kids get a gap year.
Word.
Gap year right after high school. Some people go for academics. Some people go to get stronger and better and mature. You know what I mean? Think about it. 17 years old. A lot of kids ain't ready to go to school.
Right.
And that's what it basically is. Hargrave.
So speaking of what some of these new kids are doing in the NBA right now, like Jalen Green. He was in high school, but he went straight to the G League.
Yep.
So it's like kids can no longer come straight out of high school, but there is a route to the NBA straight out of high school. You're just not going to go immediately onto a team. So in terms of the school that you chose, bro, like out of 50 schools, what made you choose Florida?
Honestly, when I came home from Hargrave, I went on an official visit. So I went on an official visit. I ain't never been in no situation like this.
Right.
I just see the impact of these players. It's really a show. I'm like, man, I gotta be here. So I went on visits to Memphis.
Yeah.
I had John Calipari came to him. He was at Memphis. He came to the office at Farragut.
Yeah.
Frank Hafer was at Miami. He came to the office. So I probably had 15 head coaches come to the office. But it was something about, like, growing up, I was a Florida State fan.
Right.
I was on the phone about to commit to Miami. The story about the Florida thing, I'm on the phone about to commit to Miami because Florida I ain't talked to Florida in like 2 months. So I'm on the phone, literally. Miami tweeted something out. Miami put something out on social media. Florida calling me. Mo, what you doing? We thought we had you. I'm like, Coach, I ain't spoke to y'all. So I'm literally on the other line with Miami, Coach, man. I think I'm calling you to tell you I want to come there. Florida called me. Boom. 3 minutes later, boom, Coach from Miami, Coach Hafe, man, I'm going to hold up, Coach. I'm going to give me a couple of days. As soon as I got off the phone that next morning, I'm on the University of Florida campus.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So
they flew you out that quick, or you
drove. Gainesville drove.
Right there.
I think we had a tournament out there.
Yeah.
So I think I went on campus after the game.
Damn.
Best decision in my life, though.
Most definitely, because I feel like David Lee, Corey Brewer, you was out there with them boys.
So David Lee was gone. I was with Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Chris Richard, Corey Brewer.
That's what turned me on to Florida basketball. David Lee, Corey Brewer, them two, man, that class. Because every season on the game, man, he one of the cats I always used to put on my team. And then, you know what I'm saying, when you hit the league, you was always one of the cats I put on my team too. Because I really I play every season of the game. You feel me? On the game, I play the season mode. I play every season, but I don't do 14 games though. But I do 12-minute quarters.
Jeez.
So you feel me? You really gotta know you feel me? You can't just keep certain players out there for the longest. You really gotta have a strong bench. You really gotta know what you're doing. So, in terms of Florida, bro, was it ever any like position battles, or you always had your spot?
Nah, when I first got there, I'm playing. They just came off the national championship. So I'm coming as a freshman after they won the national championship and everybody's back. So when I first got there, the first 2 or 3 weeks, I'm ready like, man, I can't play here. Yeah. These guys too big, too strong, too athletic. I'm going to figure it out, though. So after that, I figured it out. So I was able to, my games are so hard against them because I'm playing against top 10 picks.
Right.
All 5 of these dudes going top 20. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I got there, it was definitely an adjustment. But I said, I'm going to get it done. I'm from St. Pete. I see my mom wake up at 6 o'clock every morning and go feed us when she's sick. So I can't go in this court for 2 hours, 3 hours a day and grind and get this money. You see what I'm saying? Those guys really helped me get there. Then the next year when I came back, it was easy. It was my show. And that's when I was able to get out of there.
That's crazy, bro. So stayed at Florida for all 4 years?
2 years.
Damn, 2 years. Shit.
That's why I said. That's why I said at the beginning.
Because that is the swag. So pretty much coming into college basketball program, you not coming into it with the mindset I'm gonna be here for 4 years.
Nah.
That wasn't your plan.
Coach told me when we recruited him, you got great talent. You can get out here in 2 years. But I'm like, Coach, you just gassing me. You just want me to come to your school.
Right.
But when I seen that development, when I seen him grind, I was like, I might get a chance. I might get a chance. And you never know until you in that moment. You know what I mean? Like I said,
crazy.
I didn't have nobody to look up to. I'm from St. Pete.
Right.
The reason I started playing basketball because I used to see Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So that's the reason I really started. Oh man, let me try to play basketball. Then when I got to college, it all came so quick. It's like NBA.
Right.
Man, stop playing with me, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But that goes back to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
I grind hard in the gym by myself.
Mm-hmm.
My guys around me training.
Mm-hmm.
People talking bad. They could talk whatever. I'm grinding every day. I'm running to the park, back and forth to the park every night. People like, man, what you doing? I'm grinding out here. You know what I'm saying? I always knew like I was in the hood. I met a lot of people, played baseball. You know what I mean? So I knew if I ever get a chance, I'm gonna take it.
Right.
But to be real, bro, I never knew I'd get a chance. My name was called.
By who? I'm talking about
in the league.
So pretty much that second year, cause bro, I just got a PS4, so I've been playing Madden. So in one of the storyline scenes, the dude who I came to the school with, he was injured. So it was our junior season. We both was playing quarterback. He gets hurt. Season over. Coming into the senior season, coach saying he don't know who the starter gonna be. So I'm pretty much thinking he gonna choose me. So all in all, he choose the other cat. But the coach tell me you could either pick a different position or you can go to the draft. So I say, fuck it, I'm going to the draft.
Right.
You feel me? So how was that decision making process for you? Like, should I stay or should I go to the draft?
Bro, honestly, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. We playing UMass, right? In the NIT Final Four in the Madison Square Garden. We lose, end up losing. I had a great game, had 16 points, 19 rebounds in the Garden. You know, Mecca, that's a Mecca of basketball. Coach Donovan met with me for 3 hours after the game. Mo, we need you to come back. We need you to come back. If you come back, you do this. You come back, you do that. But the whole time I already had an agent. I've been having an agent since I got to school. So he's been telling me what teams are saying. So when I got to that point that my agent was telling me where I could go, for top 20, top 30, I'm like, bro, I come from the hood. I see my mom struggle too much. I see my brother and my sister struggle too much. I see my homeboys get killed. I see my homeboys go to prison. Right. I say, where I'm from, we don't aim basketball. What's basketball? Right. People up here, they appreciate guys who selling drugs, appreciate people getting killed and all that kind of stuff. Right. I say, yo, I'm getting it. Because I always been different. You see what I'm saying? I've always been different. So when I got the opportunity, when my agent said, yo, we should do it, I stayed in and grinded. And honestly, to today, bro, I still don't know. Like, it went by so fast and it went by so
10 years
emotional. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I really did it.
That shit crazy.
But like right now, when I think back, I'm still in shock. I still don't really believe it. I think I gotta get a couple more years.
No, you ain't gonna believe it because at the end of the day, bro, time has gone on. You know, that means we've gotten older, but in our mind, you know, that's why you see some old people that still got the young swag. Because in their mind, they still whatever age they feeling.
Right.
So like, even though that shit was 10 years ago, that shit feel like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Not only to you, to a lot of people. So that's crazy how life can, you know what I'm saying, just move on like that. And like, we can be wherever we at, but this shit really moving around us, bro.
It ain't stopping.
You feel me? And so it's been a minute since then. So it's like looking back on, you know, that time. And we didn't even really get into the time you spent in the league. We just been high school, college. So it's like you've been on, you know, a couple different teams, but you had the longest run in Philly. So talk about, you know, going to Philly, man. I don't know if you have been, you know, well, you really been traveling because you was traveling with the school, but like really seeing different cities, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was Philly? Like, did you have did you fuck with it at first, or did it take some getting used to?
No, it took something to get used to. You gotta understand, I come from being a 21-year-old guy get drafted. It comes to a lot of money now. I come from nowhere. I come from a place that I used to love getting $10 a week from food stamps.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I'm getting money I never dreamed about getting. Going to a place that I didn't know about Muslims at the time. Guys with
heavy Muslim activity in Philly, man.
Heavy Muslim community. But I was able to meet great guys. I met my buddy Kareem Williams. Shout out to Kareem.
Right.
He kind of helped me and guided me through the whole situation of being up there. Really one of the guys I really looked up to be safe everywhere up there, and I learned it. I mean, it's definitely a city that if you ain't doing what you're gonna do, they gonna let you know.
Right.
It can get dangerous at some times, but when they rock with you, they rock with you.
Cause bro, in terms of the fans, bro, you had a lot of fan support.
Officer.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you weren't just Maurice Spates. You know what I'm saying? You became Mo Buckets.
Yeah.
So like, how did that even come about? Like
that was in when I was at the Golden State.
Yeah.
That was when I was at Golden State. I used to come in the game, couple of minutes and get 5 minutes to get 10, get 12 points.
Right.
So one of my teammates, Brandon Rush, and the coach, B. Rush, is like, damn, Mo Buckets? He just started making it up. People caught on to it.
Yeah.
Then ESPN started saying that kind of stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, man, that's crazy how that just took off.
You ever used to watch ESPN and listen out for your name and shit?
No. Only time I used to do that when I was watching film. Like I watch film at every game. Yeah. And I usually keep the volume down or not listen to it, but that's about it. I hear that though, and people like send me Twitters and Instagram or highlights and stuff. Right. I hear it then. Other than that, gotta get to it.
So of all the teams that you played on in the league, which one? I mean, of course you're gonna say Golden State because you won. That's the time that you enjoyed the most.
Yeah, I say Golden State, and I say Memphis.
Yeah, because it seemed like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You was a solid, role player on every team. Right. You feel me? You made an impact on every team that you was on. So looking back on the 10 years that you spent, bro, you really, you know what I'm saying, shouldn't have too much to frown on.
Oh, never. No. And that's the thing, like me. Like Draymond got a clip the other day, everybody's sharing on Twitter and all that kind of stuff about playing a role. Yeah. I always knew I was a role player. I never wanted to step on those starters' toes because I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm coming here to do. So that's why I was able to make it 10 years. I could have played more, but I was like, I'm gonna go to China and make this bread. Right. But I just always knew, man, bro, that's his spot, this is his team. Let me play my role. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm unique. I can shoot the ball as a big guy. So if I play my role, I'm gonna let everything else play out itself. And it was able to help me.
Definitely. Now switching over to playing roles. After you won with Golden State, did you think that you would be leaving Golden State, or you thought that you would still be there?
So the next year I was there. We won the 73 games. We lost the championship.
Right.
To y'all guy. So after that,
I didn't say y'all guy. I couldn't even say his name.
So after that, I went to Clippers. Those Clippers wanted me. Like I talked to all the players. Doc Rim calling me every day. They
speaking of trades, like how did the trades be working, bro?
Free agent. I was a
free agent. Yeah. So you never really got traded before.
I got traded from Philly to Cleveland. I signed off on it.
That's right. How did trades work? So you knew it was gonna happen?
Yeah. So my agent, I had one of the best agents. So he was preparing me. Right. When I was going from Philly to Memphis. Right. He was telling me stuff to do and not to do. Yeah. And when they found out I was gonna get traded, I already knew. You know what I mean? It's not like, but sometimes like people be warming up, and so you warm up before the game. You come back in the locker room, then go back out. I seen guys get traded before we go back out. What? Crying, grown man crying, like gotta move my whole family.
So you mean we at the game, warming up before the game start, hit the locker room?
Mike, come here. Let me talk to you.
What the fuck?
Bob, the GM want to talk to you.
Damn.
Like, sorry, I know you did a lot here. You traded to the Utah Jazz. So you got everything in your hometown, everything where you at.
That's what I was going to say. When you got to get traded and it just happened like that, what about the life you was building where you was at? You just got to forget everything and just move.
Got to go.
That's crazy.
Think about life.
Yeah.
Think about life. That's the only sport, basketball, football, baseball, all the sports. Think about back in the day, what is it called when you do something wrong and they get you out of there. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't going to say what it is, but right. If you do something wrong, they find you. And they want you to go somewhere else, you gone. Can't fight back. What you going to fight back? You're going to get fined. Boom, fine. If you don't go to the trade, wave out of the league.
So they really in control.
Think about
that's crazy.
Think about our ancestors.
Yeah, it's just a new form of it, but it's a bigger payday. But at the end of the day, people outside looking in, all they see is the money.
Yep.
But from y'all standpoint, y'all gotta work for that cheese, bro.
Got to.
You can't really take no days off, or you ain't gonna make the cheese because they ain't gonna keep you. So it's like we see the, you know what I'm saying, the end result, but we don't see that other part, bro.
No.
And I think kids growing up, you know what I'm saying, they just see the end result, but they don't see what it take to get there. So I feel like that guidance, bro, is needed. So in terms of the AAU, like, what's your overall vision for it?
Just to get the most guys I can into school.
Yeah.
Try to change some of these guys instead of selling drugs, come to the basketball court.
Yeah.
Instead of stealing, robbing, or doing what you're doing, come to the basketball court. Let's change your life.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids don't have no dads, no moms sometimes. So it's easy to get used to what your friends doing.
Right.
It's easy to follow YouTube and all. Like nowadays, it's so hard to compare to when we was coming up.
Yeah,
like
bro.
All this YouTube and Instagram and all these people killing, rapping, and all that.
Yeah, a lot of distractions. And if you easily influence, you're going to fall victim to the distraction. So, you know what I'm saying? We need more people, you know what I'm saying, like you, encouraging the kids to actually get out here doing something productive. And that thing that you encourage them to do that's productive is, you know, work on your athletic abilities because it could pay off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You a living testimony. So it's like, if they ain't listening to you, they tripping. Because at the end of the day, you did it before, bro. So what other type of example do they need? It's you proof that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And when you mention the only reason you got into that basketball because you watched Jordan, you feel me, grow up Jordan. So you ride for Jordan, or I ride for Meek Mill. You feel me? I ride for Meek like I you feel me? Never met him, but at the end of the day, I respect the man grind so much that, you know what I'm saying, you really can't tell me nothing. I got a homeboy who don't get it, but it's just like being an artist that make music. He was, you know, around the same age I was when he was doing this thing on YouTube, and he made it that far. But I just feel like I know him as a person. I feel like he's more open than a lot of other artists. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I didn't choose Drake because I don't know him enough.
Right.
All I know is his music.
Right.
I don't know him as a person. I never met Meek, but I know him as a person. You met Jordan before?
No. Yeah, I met a couple times, but your favorite Meek, like,
right.
Think about it, I'm 21. Like you said, he around our same age.
Right.
I met him before he blew.
Right.
I met him, him and Lou Will's best friends.
Right.
So my first time meeting him, we got Lou Will house cooling. Boom. He was like, "What's up, bro?"
You was at Lou Will crib, Meek came through.
All them boys.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So like me right now, I hit him up on Twitter. He'll hit back. Mm-hmm. But I'm knowing him before he blew in the world. But he was big as hell in Philly and the tri-state area.
Facts.
The first time I went to a concert, Drake was there, Rick Ross was there, Meek Mill was there. Drake going to perform, Rick Ross going to perform. The most impacting performance I seen, Meek went to the middle and in front of the stage, put his hands up. I never heard no crowd ever in my life go be so loud over a guy who ain't there yet.
He wasn't even there yet then. That's crazy.
I'm talking about, I got my whole people in there. We in there hanging out.
Yeah.
He turned that crowd up so crazy, bro. That's when we still had them braids and all that.
Right.
Then to see him now, like, damn, man, I remember you was talking about all this. I'm talking about, because we used to go to Louisville.
That'd be like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we used to go to Meek Mill's house, Lou Will house all the time and hang out. Meek always coming through.
Right.
My brother come up there one time. My brother kept talking about Meek Mill, man. Meek Mill is raw in Philly, like you
Right.
Meek Mill is raw in Philly. So we go to the house of my brother over there, my real brother, Bub. So Meek Mill's coming through the cut.
Yeah.
Asked my brother for a light. Brother's like, hold up, man, I don't know you. You know what I mean? Same shit.
Right.
Dude kept, Meek said, man, I'm gonna get a light, bro. He said, all right, bro, here. Boy, when we left, he was like, dude kept asking me for a light. I said, boy, you don't know what that was? I said, nah. He was like, nah. I said, that was Meek Mills. He went crazy.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's the same thing I've been talking to.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So that's how it be, man. Like, Meek, great guy, man.
That's
all those guys are great guys.
And that's how I feel, bro. Just from, his energy, bro. I feel like energy don't lie.
Yeah.
And, I look at, the relationships that he's made, and I just feel like, they got to feel the energy too. Because at the end of the day, everybody human, but, energy real, man. And, what he's been through is what he's been through. And, the initiative that they on right now with the whole prison reform thing, you know, they, you know, doing some real good. And got a new album coming. He independent, just left his situation in Rock Nation. And you know, he been hearing, you know, the rumbles around the industry, people saying that, you know, they're not gonna, you know, or he's not gonna still be successful, that he fell off, and, you know, he is ready to, you know, put his money behind his own work, you know, bet on himself. So I'm still gonna ride, you know, and it's just mainly because I feel like I know him as a person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect genuine shit. You know, respect humbleness. I respect people who move with some type of form of integrity. And I feel like, you know, Meek embodies that. And I feel like the culture has seen that, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that these people do in the industry is because they seen Meek Mill do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's a trendsetter. I feel like, you know, leader of the new school. But back to you, man. You in a great position because, you know, you have the power to really, you know, make a difference.
Right.
And you know, you could be sitting back, you know, doing anything with your time, bro, but you doing this with your time. And it's like one day I'm chilling at Bay Vista one day, just, you know, in the car doing what I do, and I see this I want to say it was Yukon, one of them big joints pull up, you feel me, like eight big niggas get out. You feel me? Take a picture by the water.
Ah, yeah, it was last year before.
You feel me? 8 big niggas get out, take a picture by the water. You feel me? Like, damn, okay. You feel me? Just catching a quick vibe, showing them up. You feel me? But I seen that though. You feel me? But it's just like, okay, you know, showing them something different, memorable moment.
For sure.
So it's just like, I know you done had a bunch of them, and you know it's only the beginning. So, but with the football, you doing the football team now. What was that about, bro? What's that about?
No, my brother always wanted. He loved football.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew's always young and they pretty good. So
Yeah.
I just told him, I said, "Bud, just start the football." He was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Right.
This year is kind of like a trial run. These guys went through a lot. It's been successful.
Mm-hmm.
On the first game next Saturday. No, on the third, whatever that is.
So who's like allowed to be on the team? How did that come about?
Kind of like guys right after high school. On that gap year.
Right.
Those 2 years after that.
Right.
You can get on the team. So got a lot of guys from different places.
Mm-hmm.
We got I think we got 12 local guys. Everybody else from different states and all that.
So with that, did you have to like set up partnerships with schools? Like, how you just come about making a team?
So
how you come about finding people to play?
So I put on a post grad. Got an LLC for it, nonprofit. Just really social media. You know, social media is big. Twitter is big. So just create a little website. Give them an opportunity to tweet it out, and just go to a website to apply for it. But honestly, with the basketball, my last year, a lot of college coaches called me because I'm big in AAU. I'm getting guys in school. I got over 75 kids in school the last 7 years. Right. So it's like impressive. I got relationships with these coaches. Right. Well, I got a kid in Memphis that's really good. You got a spot for him. Boom, boom, boom. Stuff like that. So word of mouth, social media, it's always content. You know what I mean? So
that makes sense, bro. And then just you know, moving over into like, you know, just your opinion on the current state of sports. Lakers just picked up Pat Beverly. Right. You played against him before? He was on your team and
Nah. I played against him, but I played against him in college and pros.
In the college and the pros? That's crazy. So
he's at Arkansas.
So some people feel like, well, not some people, but Pat Beverly made a statement, you know, if he was to get on that team, they go into the playoffs. What's your thoughts on that statement?
Pitbull, dog, role player, gonna do all the little things.
Yeah.
But
they need more than him.
Yeah, for sure. But you gotta think about it, bro. That team, you got 3 Hall of Famers on there. Think
LeBron,
about it.
AD, and who else?
Westbrook. Hall of Famers.
So you think he's staying?
Yeah, he gotta stay. Pat Beverly. It'll probably be, this starting lineup would probably be Pat, Russ, Pat, LeBron, AD, and whoever's big guys they got. They ain't getting rid of Westbrook.
You don't think so?
Nah. Why would they?
Because of what he did last season?
Average 19 and 8.
I guess when you look at the end result, but I just saw the few little clips because I ain't watched the whole season.
No, he definitely was smoking. He definitely was not being him.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. A couple years ago, the man just coming from getting the Washington Wizards to the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes fits ain't always good for everybody.
Speaking of fits ain't good, KD, he's staying in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Did you think he was gonna stay? I didn't.
Where you thought he was gonna go?
I thought he was gonna go to one of the teams he wanted to go to, but I just thought that him demanding that trade mean I want out.
Yeah, but it's hard to piece it up with making all that money. That's what they got to do with the pieces. Like if you want to call Miami, who they gonna throw? Jimmy Butler in there? Nah, we need Jimmy Butler.
I don't know how they was gonna make it work.
It's the money. The money got to add up.
So from that standpoint, why just throw out where you want to go if it ain't just gonna be somewhere you can go?
But go back
In
to what you
terms of
said.
KD, like why pick teams you want to go to if it ain't guaranteed that they can make it happen?
Yeah, that's the difference from the trade and free agency. Free agency, I could go where I want to go. But goes back to what you said earlier in the show. These people on Sports Center, these people on First Take, say anything they want to say. Did we ever hear KD say that out of his mouth?
That he didn't what?
That he want to go to Boston, he want to go to Miami.
No, we never heard him say it out his mouth. Nah.
You see what I'm saying? So a guy like football, you go to Tom Brady, and any decision Tom Brady make, he gonna say it on his social media. He gonna say it on his Instagram. So these guys could say, I mean, you could have a conversation right now. You'd be like, I'll say, yeah, I'd like to go to good teams. I'd like to go to Memphis, Cleveland.
Taking a run with it.
Oh yeah, I talked to him. He want to go to Cleveland. He want to go to Memphis.
Happened like that.
That's how
makes
the
sense.
basketball athlete stuff is, man.
Cause it's like, bruh, what's the odds of him wanting to go to the two best teams right now?
They want to make money. They got to make money.
So what you think about his beef with Charles Barkley? They back and forth that they be going through.
Charles Barkley getting paid to do this.
He getting paid to do it.
KD is a hell of a player. One of my favorites. One of my top 10 ever to do it.
You played against him.
Played against him. Came out here, I think a year younger, a year older. Amazing player. Put on amazing shows. But a lot of these older players don't really like how they calling out these younger guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, I don't know. KD ain't really vocalized his stance too much, so I don't really know how he feel about how everything going on. I just see him responding to people.
Yep.
And I feel like it's a lot of stuff that you can choose to respond to, and you choose to respond to what you want to respond to. But
Cause you know he always been quiet. He never used to do this.
Yeah.
So this is
he never had a reason to.
Nah, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, damn, KD on Twitter talking.
Because at the end of the day, people never had a reason to say much about him.
Yeah.
He gave people reasons to talk.
But still today, what can it, like people say when it comes down to free agency? What the name is right there, free agency.
Right.
I'm able to do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Right.
So if people feel some kind of way because of him going to Golden State,
Yeah.
that's your own personal opinion.
Right.
It's free agency. If guys recruit me to come there, they want me to come there. I'm gonna go there.
Not to that same point, LeBron felt the same way, bro.
Who? About what?
Free agency.
Went to Miami.
But free agency, I can go where I want to go.
Yeah. I just think the thing with Bron,
Yeah.
he didn't have to go and do all that big ass show.
In terms of the announcement.
Yeah. See, that's what people like, man, why did he do that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Maybe down the line one day somebody gonna interview him and he gonna tell,
Yeah.
I turned it into this big spectacle because so and so said we need to. But who knows?
Right.
But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he had to do it that way because people wanted to know.
Yeah.
So I feel like what other I don't know. I just feel like with the whole LeBron started the big three, LeBron started super team. You know, the difference some people use, the difference that I use is, it was a free agent opportunity every time. He never demanded a trade. That's one of my defenses in terms of how it's different. He had the opportunity to leave because his contract was up.
Yeah.
KD, he out here just moving around.
So you think about the whole Bron thing.
Yeah.
When you got there and there, Chris Bosh came, they added some more pieces, role players. When they got on stage, them guys was like, not one, not two, not three, not four.
Right.
So when you a baller, you a hooper, like from fans, I understand that point. But you from hoopers, when you see that kind of stuff, like, yo, you gonna win all these championships,
Yeah.
then you end up coming short to doing that. Hold on to it. Think about it in the streets, bro. When somebody say they promise you something, or at the end of the day, it's all about respecting your word.
Right.
You come back and like, bro, you ain't hold up to your word. What you saying? You owe me. You said you're gonna pay me back. Where my money at?
Mm-hmm. So you feel like one of the LeBron thing that he ain't hold up to was to stand together, or just
not really stand together, but like when they was coming on there, all of them was talking about. Remember they was on the stage like 1, 2, like we gonna win 1, not 2.
Right. So they only won 1 together.
2.
They won 2.
They won 2.
Yeah. So I feel like because he left Cleveland to go to Miami, and then he went back to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I feel like you don't feel like that was a little like cool, like that was a little raw, like he felt like he owed him.
Yeah, I know 100%. He only felt like that because the thing how he did it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like he didn't never felt like that if he never did it that way. If he just say I'm going. Yeah. But you put on a big show, you make the city look bad. People burning your jersey.
Yeah, that was cold.
You see what I'm saying? So now I gotta.
Because the people they wanted him to stay.
Yeah, they did.
They wanted him to stay.
I'm a local guy, bro.
So that was first team I got on when I came to the league. I don't see us winning, no rings. So I'm gonna go to where I feel like I'm gonna have some success at. So some people feel like if he would have stayed, he wouldn't have won, and
And they say that in interviews, Mike.
Would have been like Dame Lillard.
Yeah, they say that in interviews. They say LeBron and them boys went down to Miami to learn how to finish. Because in 2009 he went to the finals and lost to the Spurs.
Right.
As a kid, he was desperately a kid. Mm-hmm. So everybody's saying when you went to Miami, and people say around the league, when you went to Miami, he learned how to finish, he learned how to win. Mm-hmm. And that's what it takes sometimes, going to a different situation and come back home and teach the people at home how to do it. Because I tasted that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing about Bron. He's going to be one of the best players ever play the game ever.
Right.
And that's the thing what people don't understand. Like, I respect him to the high most.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I played against him. I've been around him. And what you just said, energy is crazy.
Yeah.
So when we go back and forth and we talk about Jordan and Kobe and Bron, it's like Bron's an amazing player.
Yeah, not more understandable tonight because you went back to I never played basketball up until a certain point. I only played because I saw Jordan. Yeah. So like that's something can't nobody ever take away. So in terms of your reason for riding for that man the way you do, that's what inspired you to do it.
Right.
It wasn't just because, you know what I'm saying, LeBron been successful. LeBron, played on a team that, won versus your team, and you just holding some grudge.
No, nothing like that, bro. Because I respect, like, honestly, when I left Golden State, when Bron, I started respecting him more when Bron almost beat them by himself. Right. Gerald Smith messed that. When Gerald Smith missed a free throw or something.
Yeah.
And we threw it to the corner.
That moment right there.
That's the time I was like, damn, Bron really gave his all.
Yeah.
When Bron was in Miami, me and one of my homeboys, we in Orlando watching the series, bro. Yeah. Gassed him up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like you just said, bro, I grew up on that. Everybody want to be like Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, everybody do that. You see what I'm saying? So when I see that, when I see a guy get there and finish, that's all I know.
Yeah. Now it makes sense. At the end of the day, it's not personal.
No, not at all.
And that's some people could feel like, you know what I'm saying,
because
it's
they
personal.
Because they beat us.
Because you was there.
Yeah, because they beat us.
You know what I'm saying? Because they beat you.
That's not the last game I lost. I mean, that's not the first game I lost. That's my last game I ever lost.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's nothing personal about that guy.
Yeah.
I respect him to the high most. But when it comes down to being one of my favorite players, he's a top 5 player.
Most
top
definitely.
3 ever played the game.
Yeah.
But my favorite player is at number 23 where everybody just stay on to CBS and see the Bulls running down that road.
Yeah, very,
you see what I'm
excited.
saying? So that's why I want to get clear. It's like, bro, Bron is an amazing player, bro. Mm-hmm. He's just not the guy who's, if I didn't go down the alley, who I'm going with.
Understandable.
You see what I'm saying? So
understandable.
Great player,
Most
great
definitely.
assets. Fans love him because he's a people's person.
Yeah.
Jordan wasn't too much of a people's person.
Yeah.
You give me a job to do, you give me this money to do, I'm gonna do this job.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what a person gotta say about me, anybody gotta say about me. And that's what kind of stuff I'm on. Like, yo, killer mindset.
Killer mindset. Jordan, LeBron made a statement in the interview one time. He said he never played on the same team as Jordan, but when he was, I want to say 16 or 17 years old, some type of pickup game. Mm-hmm. But he say Jordan made the game winning shot, and at the end of the shot, he was like, that's why they pay me $33 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the respect is given to both. But what's your thoughts on not comparing players from different eras?
It's not really, I don't really have no bad thoughts about it because you got to think about the era of each player. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you being a basketball guy, you play video games a lot. Video games a lot. Mm-hmm. for a 10-year span.
Right.
When Jordan's in the league.
Right.
This is a serious question.
10-year span, Jordan in the league, right?
When he won 6 chips, was it any ever question about who was the best player other than Jordan?
No. So basically, since there's a lot of questions about how can you be if people out here questioning it so much. When Jordan was in the league, wasn't no question.
There wasn't no question.
Now it's questions.
Like, you think about the last 10 years in the NBA, this NBA, it's argument Steph Curry is the best player.
Right. And I was going to say, I feel like it's so many more questions because there's so many more different styles of great basketball now. Yep. Steph changed the game. You know what I'm saying? He added a new element that people feel like it's necessary. You feel me? I just started a new season on the game, bro, and we lost the first game because I don't have 3-point shooters.
What's the first thing the kid doing?
Shooting threes, bro. We lost the first game because I don't have no 3-point shooters. You feel me? So until I get in the rhythm where I can get some 3-point, because I can't just shoot. I can't take twos all game and expect to win. No, that ain't gonna happen like that. So you need 3-point shooters, bro, to win basketball games.
Right. You gotta have
at the end of the day, bro, you need them. But
and that's the thing about that. When Jordan's come up, they weren't shooting threes like that.
No, not at all.
Average 30 points for the whole whole career for shooting twos.
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? We can sit up here all night and talk about this, but we're gonna end on a a light note, man. A couple random type questions, man. What type of food you be eating, bro? Like, what were some of your favorite meals when you was in the league?
We from St. Pete, so I always on seafood. Yeah. When I was in Philly, they had a place called Bob's that clean blue crabs for you. Mm-hmm. So when I was up there, I used to go there all the time, and I go to a place called Chickens and Pete's. So a lot of seafood.
Word. On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird do you think you are?
How weird? Yeah. 1 to 10?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody a little quirky, you feel me? But on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird do you think you are?
Like 1 being really weird or 10 being?
10 being the most, you know what I'm saying? 1 being the least.
I'm about a 3-4.
3-4?
Yeah.
Word.
I see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So people will be like, man, what is this nigga doing over there?
Right.
I'm paying attention to what's around me. You see what I'm saying?
Right. If you had to be an animal, you know what I'm saying, which one do you feel like you would choose? And I asked that because I was watching a movie one time, and these people, they go to this facility and they pretty much train them on how to meet a match. And if they don't meet the match in that certain time period, they turn into the animal that they chose in the beginning. Jeez. So what animal do you think you'll fuck with?
A lion. Yeah.
Word. Okay. I fuck with that. What's the last movie you saw?
Jeez.
You don't watch no?
Nah, I don't really watch movies like that.
Okay.
I be on these phones with these coaches, bro.
Word.
Spending with these kids.
Working.
Gotta work.
Most definitely, bro. So, if any kids out there any parents interested in getting their kids involved in programs, man, how can they go about doing that?
They could go to the social media.
Yeah.
M-5 Instagram. Mo Space 16 on Twitter. And then just Mari Space on Facebook.
Word.
But different platforms. I know a lot of people, all my family be on there, so they can follow them, talk to them, they relate to me.
Most definitely, bro. Well, definitely had a good talk, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Letting the world know, letting the city know, about what's going on in your head, how shit was coming up in your journey, bro. I know you're definitely inspiration to, a lot of people out there. So, we just trying to, spread the word, shed light, give people a platform to, talk, what I'm saying, let people know what it is they own. So I appreciate you coming up here, being open with us, bro. Always welcome to come back, man. Any, type of announcements you got going on in the city you want us to plug, let us know, bro. We make sure to throw that on for you. And, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro, for having me. Like I said, we go back from Little League baseball. Every time I used to speak, and I see when I came home, I always spoke. Never no bad blood. So
yeah. So outside looking in, people see the Facebook shit, right, man. They go to thinking what they thinking, man. But if you don't know me personally, man, you might not know my sense of humor. But you know what I'm saying. I'm just making light of shit. Every chance I get, cause shit already hard as it is. So I ain't trying to, bring no more negative energy in the world than it already is. So
keep going, bro. Keep going. I see, I hear you rapping.
Yeah.
Oh, doing a lot of little stuff, bro. Keep doing it.
Most definitely, bro. September 23rd, I got the listening party for the next album that I'm putting out, art show plus listening party, downtown at Rain and Berries, man. So it should be a good vibe, bro. Pull up if you're free, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, until next time, man, Night and Day with MK, you on Power Plug Radio. Make sure y'all stay tuned. As always, have a great weekend. We coming back live same time next week. One love.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
The game requires a plan. How you gonna execute, nigga? Listen. Mood swings, mood ring, real powerful, so I just pull a string. In the ring like Muhammad, I feel like the greatest. Updated everything, so I'm in the latest. Tried to cover it up, but on the lowest blatant. Social revolution, but we still on different pages. Levels to everything, life happens in stages. Did the show in Oakland when my dog was on the Raiders. Then the devil tried to infiltrate us. Tried to come together, but they tried to separate us. Should've shook it off, but we let that shit phase us. Now we in our own cars, running different races. Could've been the dream team, but that shit faded. Probably still'll be together, but them niggas hate it. But that's how life goes, so I stay prayed up. If you tired of thinking small, nigga, get your weight up. Cause on any given Sunday, you can meet your maker. 30 minutes till I land in Jamaica.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio.
Smoking in front of Staples before I had seen the Lakers. We made some money, but I wonder how far it can take us. Trying to do good business, but them niggas trying to rape us. I'm just taking my time. Baby, don't worry about me.